Did Xiaomi release the Poco X4 5G as the budget phone of the year? Let's find out on
Engineer Reacts.
Alright, so the first thing that pops up is the absolutely jaw-dropping display for a budget device. Normally they are trash, so had a conversation with Juan about budget devices and Poco dropped in the briefcase, and now I'm here to express it with you. Now, I know Easy Computer Solution was extremely happy about the briefcase that they dropped for them, but I have to say he has been a high proponent of budget devices and he covers it on his channel, as well as Jay Will. And in fact, Jay Will actually had a contest and I won a TCL, which I'm going to be covering now. And I expressed to Juan that, hey, I just don't have enough time with budget devices, so I can't say if I like it if everybody else would. So now this is going to give me a good comparison. The display was flawless for this price point. 1300 nits of peak brightness, 800 about average brightness. Very solid build quality going around it. The railing is done really well and it's a glass back. So breezing through the OS, we see that it has two separate things. It has a notification center control, and we also have notifications that we can pull down. So it's separate than most Androids, and that's just a philosophy difference that Xiaomi did. It's similar to Apple, and you can even configure their OS to actually have not an app drawer. So going through the settings, you see it's running MIUI 13, which is based on Android 11 in this release. Now, a lot of their phones are based on Android 12, but even though this has a 695 Snapdragon, it actually has RAM expansion. So right now I have it configured for 6 gigs of RAM, physical RAM, and 2 gigs of virtual RAM. So slight differences to stock Android, but it still has, you know, the normal capability. So it has dual SIM support on this budget phone, and it has SD card support. It does allow you to do nearby sharing as well. So let's talk about the intangibles. So I talked about the display. That is probably one of the biggest intangibles, but this actually has a fingerprint sensor built into the power button. And I can tell you the only thing that gets kind of close to this physical would be IQ9 big launch pad that they have. It also has 67 watt charging on a budget phone that's well under $300, and it has an IR blaster and headphone jack. So again, these are intangibles, and I'm not even mentioning all of them that are on a phone that's well under $300. Another thing that it has is themes. So I never really paid attention to this. Normally what I like to do is have a very stock look. So like whenever I would use devices from different manufacturers like a Xiaomi, even a Samsung, I would typically, if I use the theme store, I would just look up Pixel and make it look as much like a Pixel as I wanted to, and then change things around from there. But you have full support. So it has a whole theming engine. You can actually select pre-done themes by people. You can buy themes, and you can, you know, go in there and change things individually. So you can change every ringtone that you want, every notification, wallpaper, and all that stuff right through their theme store. So again, if you're familiar with Samsung, it's going to give you the same similar performance. So this is me going through the OS after I've applied the Pixel looking theme, and as you can see, it looks very similar to what you would see on a Pixel, and you can tweak it from here or there, and switching back to it is very simple. So just scroll down, select theme, and then you can go in and go to your themes and then select your default. So I was running the base Poco theme, and you hit apply, and now we're back to where we were. So real straightforward, easy to use, and please note how breezy the OS is. Now let's talk about cameras. Now I will say the main sensor is what I would recommend using. So let's look at these first two photos. Extremely sharp, and they're a little over sharpening. Now we're looking at the wide angle and it looks decent, but I would recommend only using the main sensor, and video is where it falls apart. So I've got to do some more experiment. I'm not sure if it's a codec that it's using. There's something that's going on there that I need to check out. So let's talk about gaming. This will run, although very slowly, Genshin. So I would not use this as a phone. Oh, I got to do this and try to take one of the most taxing games out of there. But I will say that it at least will get you in at a pinch. So again, this phone is really meant for someone that's looking for a jack of all trades, that's looking for a decent main camera, that's looking for 5G support, and is looking to play like basic games and really not focus on video. So let me just go around the corner and say bye to everyone, and we're out.